All right, guys. So, welcome to the Martins Podcast.
What do we do here?
We talk about books.
What kind of books?
The ones that leave a mark,
Mm-hmm.
start a conversation,
Anything else?
stay with you long after the last page.
Oh, okay. I thought we did something like that. They're so annoyed already by me.
Right. So today, what book are we doing?
We are doing one that talks about a family story that haunts a town for decades. A daughter returns to a place where the truth was decided without her. The past has a version everyone agreed to protect. Words begin to challenge what memory has locked into place. Some stories stay buried because digging them up costs more than silence. Guys, this week we are doing The Ghostwriter by Julie Clark.
Great book.
Great
It kind of
book.
landed in our laps in
Yeah.
a weird way. We're looking for a strong book to follow up the ones from our previous episodes. So this one was interesting because we're like, let's go back into the mystery, the crime mystery, and it popped up. Go figure, you had already heard about this book. Am I correct?
No,
I thought you said your friend told you to read this book.
you are right. Damn it. I hate when he's right. God damn it. Okay, I will give you backstory on that really quick.
Yeah.
Not on your part. Your part's absolutely right. David from the Bricked Up Book Club, shout out David, is also part of the Old Rose Tattoo Book Club, and they covered this book.
Gotcha.
What I thought Christiana here was referencing was the fact that when we decided on this book, I started a book called The Ghostwriter, which was by a different author.
Mm-hmm.
And Spotify, I'm talking to you. You're a dick. Because you type in Julie Clark, and The Ghostwriter pops up by a different author.
Crazy.
So that's on you. That's
Crazy.
on you. I'm 60% through that book, though, and I'm enjoying that, too.
That's what happens when you're bookish.
Yeah. You're a little bookish.
But yeah, so I guess we should get started by just getting to it. Guys, as you know, one of our favorite segments, Between the Wines, so pairing a wine with the book and what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
This week, we're drinking J-Bricks or Joe Bricks? Jabricks.
Jabricks. I'm good with that.
And as you guys can see, there's a beautiful sunset.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, if you guys have read the book already, you would know that this book takes place in Ojai, California, which is known for its beautiful sunsets. So there's a tie-in there.
Yeah.
They're also known for a little bit of wine, too. There's another tie-in there.
We like to tie things up.
Like, tie it in, you know? But yeah, so there we go. Pause.
Unless you're into it.
Right. That's your kind of thing.
Then I got him in the back. Should we do a little synopsis?
Sure. Why not?
All right. This author that we're talking about in the book, her name's Olivia Dumont. She makes a living writing for other people's stories, aka she's a ghostwriter, and keeping her own life out of view. She's approached by her estranged father, Vincent Taylor, a very successful novelist, to help him write his final book. The request pulls her back into family history tied to a decades-old double murder that shaped both their relationship and the town that they left behind. As the work progresses, professional distance erodes, and buried versions of the past surface. The story centers on authorship, legacy, and what happens when the truth arrives after everyone has already agreed on the version of the events.
Yeah. That's a, what do they call that in marketing? A high level overview.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to bring it,
Let's bring it down.
Hey,
Let's talk to our people.
Yeah, let's talk to our people.
Yeah.
So the story really hinges on the double murder part.
Yeah.
That's the part, like, I've explained this book to 3 other people. That's the part that people are really interested in.
Mm-hmm.
That this takes place in a small town. Ohio is pretty small. And over the course of like 50 to 60 years, because if we're going to the present when the story is being written, it was 50 years old, right? But anyways, so it follows an author who is a ghostwriter. And she takes a contract to write for her father. People don't know that's her father. But that is her father, and
out of need,
out of
necessity.
need. She needs it. She's in a bad spot. She's getting sued for more money than she's worth. She's behind on her mortgage, etc. Going through a hard time, as we all have been, right? And so she takes this job from her estranged dad, and estranged is light way to put it. They don't get along at all. I want to say there was like a 7 or 8 year period that they didn't talk before she took this job. And then the time that they did see each other, they actually didn't talk. They just locked eyes, and she left.
One about it.
At like a book trade show or something like this. And so, as you guys can see, it's an estranged relationship. And so basically, the story follows her. He wants her to write a story about what happened. What happened 50 years ago with that double murder? Because for all these years, everyone in this town thinks that he's a fucking murderer, and that he got away with it because he had an alibi.
His siblings.
Yeah. So the two people who died were his siblings, Danny and Poppy.
Poppy.
Older brother Danny, little sister Poppy, and basically they're best friends. Their whole town, everyone, even his immediate family in a way. Because speaking for like the main character Olivia, they don't know what to think about that murder, right? And the way he carries himself doesn't help.
No,
doesn't help at all.
he couldn't give two shits to clarify anyone else's opinion of him or his family.
Yeah. So basically, the story, as you learn more about that murder, that crime, you get deeper into the family ties, the bonds that are broken, the bonds that are possibly going to be rebuilt. Ojai as a location is actually very, what's the word I'm looking for? Correct, like historically correct. I want to say that there was a part in the book, like I think it was in the forward, where she says that they went and actually spoke to a lot of people who lived in Ojai
to make it as accurate as possible.
They wanted to be accurate to show kind of what Ojai was like in the 60s, 70s, 80s, or something like that. I think she said the 70s to be specific. But yeah, so it does center around a very real town with very real people. But I don't know if this is a very real story, but it feels like it. So just enjoy the fucking road, guys.
Yeah, enjoy it.
Shit. But that being said, let's tell him a little bit more about the author.
Julie Clark?
Yes.
Julie Clark writes character-driven thrillers focused on identity, pressure, and control. Her previous work includes The Last Flight, The Lies I Tell, and The Ones We Choose. The Ghostwriter narrows the scope to family history, emotional proximity, and legacy-driven tension. I am excited to read more of Julie's work.
Yeah,
her characters were very vivid, and the story didn't left me wanting. Yet she delivered.
It was a very balanced book.
Yeah.
Right. So usually, not usually. Sometimes books rely heavily on the characters that you end up being tied to, but the writing is kind of weak in terms of the prose. But this was actually very balanced.
Yeah.
I don't feel like there was ever a time in the book where I was reading it where I was like, getting bored, or I wanted to get through this part so I can get to another part. It was all very well written, and it does do it does a couple different things in writing where they used unreliable narrator. Yep. They use time as a character or as a plot device where you kind of bounce between different time frames,
different vantage points,
and so they use a lot of different literary devices, but she uses them very well, right? And so it's very tastefully done. It's not a crazy long read either, which it's interesting because how much information is in the book in terms of developing this backstory, the relationships, making you care about the relationships and the people in them and the characters and their reasons why. Super well written. Julie, super well written. Yeah.
I think you have a future in this.
You think so?
I think you have a future in this.
I think you can go far.
I think you can go pretty far. I think you get published.
This book actually is buzzing on book talk.
Yeah, David. Yeah. When we were trying to decide which book we were gonna go moving forward, Cristiano had given me a list of a couple, and I recognized Ghostwriter, even though I said earlier I hadn't. But I'd asked David, and he's like, "Oh, I really enjoyed that one." So I knew it was a green light. Green light.
Green light.
Green light. But yeah, we'll get more into it. We'll get more into like the deep dive aspect of it, but stick around for a little bit longer. We're gonna do 5 hard questions. Talk about the themes of the book, and how these themes reflect in our lives. So, question number 1 of 5 hard questions. Olivia builds a career supporting other people's voices. Where have you done the same, and what did you put off because of it?
That's interesting. So I can't say that it would be a 1-to-1, but I guess it's very similar. Where I ghostwrite technically. Technically, I ghostwrite, but for films to be specific, I've ghostwritten films and plays, and so I've been doing that, 2012. The last one I did was a year or two ago, and the film came out earlier this year, actually. So yeah, I do ghostwrite films. At this point, I'm just doing it very strategically to people that I know in the industry. But I love writing, so it's cool. And more so, I'm not getting a live or do mom money. So it's definitely for the love of the game and just to support people in their art.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
I honestly thought you were going to say marketing.
Well, that's true.
You know, until you up till the point that you put it, you know, into your own, the ball in your court and made it your own company.
Shit. That might have been a better
what
one to
I
go
was
with.
thinking though. I was like, he's definitely going to talk about marketing, seeing as we're in his office right now.
Yeah. So yeah. That has grown legs of its own.
Yeah.
You might be correct on that. That might be a better answer.
Yeah, my man right here did that marketing, has done marketing for a very long time for other companies, until he decided to take the chance on his own, create his own company, and now has them as clients instead of employers.
Yeah. It's awesome.
Awesome. I think for me, I don't know if I even have I think it's a whole apprentice to master or sensei or whatever you want to call it. We take from those who taught us. I have a long-standing history in customer service, in business development, and so through that, as far as like what did I put off? I don't feel like there's been too much that I've put off until the point that I learned enough and I didn't do what this guy has done, which is take the leap, you know, because there's a point where you need to jump.
Yeah.
You need to
jump the pot.
Yeah. You've got enough experience.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing. The only thing holding you back is you. So I had that experience with acting until the point that we moved out here. And that's just gonna be a recurring cycle, you know. That's just gonna happen over and over, as the arts are. And then, really, as far as professionally, when it came to like corporate lifestyle, yeah, I guess I did that too for the first couple years until I asked for more responsibility. But yeah, that's about it.
Love it. Good answer.
Yeah.
Good answer. Have you ever done like, I don't know, it's a part that you weren't especially, you didn't care about, but you just did it because it's the homie, or
Yes.
yeah, you just want to help someone out?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Okay. I figured there's just a couple.
I did that role.
there.
You know who you are.
Exactly.
The one thing I will say about that is that what I took away from it wasn't pay. What I took away from it is experience, not just like on set, but both experiences. I learned something that I would not do or make sure I did before being on another set or another project. So there's like gain,
real things that you gained from it.
Absolutely.
Right, in your craft.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's cool then. It was a win-win in some ways, a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not monetarily.
Yeah.
It's all right. All right, question number 2.
Let's do it.
The story asks, who owns the truth? The person who lived it or the person harmed by it? That's tough.
Yeah. Which one carries more?
That's tough because life happens. It doesn't really care who it's happening to, and it happens in all directions all at once.
Mm-hmm.
So the ownership really comes with a level of intention and perspective, I guess. Meaning, like, what are you gonna do with that weight that you're carrying? You'll not a digression at all, but we all know people who just it's like they're fucking air, like they don't carry anything. And the worst thing could have happened to them last week, and they're just fucking
Rolls right off.
rose right off.
Yeah.
They're able to deal with criticism and like the troughs in life and shake it off like nothing. And then you have the people who ruminate and circle the drain, right? And so I think that who owns the truth really depends on the balance and what's and who's dealing with it and how they deal with it. Because that's a tough question to answer.
It's almost like a case by case situation, not as like a cop out. I think my initial gut reaction is that if someone was actually harmed by it, they are who, like, that is for me the one that I wouldn't say carries more weight, but I would want to address like almost immediately, because that means for the person that, like, we're just rolled off their back or it's not affecting them, it obviously affected someone or it has affected someone. So I'd want to know. But that's also maybe the like empath in me, or like the people pleaser too. That may be why I lean that way more.
A little both.
Yeah.
A little both. I hear what you're saying. Because the first thing that popped in my mind is like, okay, yeah, the person who's hurt, right? But it's coming from like a different perspective. It does you no good to have been hurt and to hold that weight anyway, right? I kind of hate the term "my truth" because, like I said earlier, life happens everywhere all at once. You could say this is my perspective. This is this is what I prefer. This is my preference. But in terms of my truth, the truth is that you guys both experience that in slightly different ways, and your version will be different from the next person's version, even in a slight way. And they're both real.
But they're both valid.
They're both. I said this before. Like, I just taking like a relationship, any relationship. Once one person believes something, it does you no good as that other person to discredit or, and not even intentionally, just trying not to understand. Right? It actually befits you to try to understand, because now it's real. They have now, depending on your connection to that person, it's now real to you because it's real to them.
There's a true timeline. That's a true thought.
Yes.
That's become a full-fleshed experience for someone.
So your truth is actually our truth.
Yeah.
And there should be some common ground in which we should be able to meet at. It doesn't happen all the time. That's the reality. Like, life isn't peaches or cream.
Yeah. All right, question number 3. If your life needed a ghostwriter for only one chapter, which chapter would you hand off and why? So I do want to preface it with this. One, it could be because I'd say we cite why. So it's either because, I don't care about this chapter, so let's let someone else do it. This chapter is really precious, and I don't want to be biased about it.
Right.
Or so whatever. That's what I want. Let's say that's what our answers are going to be.
Okay. So there has to be a why attached.
Yeah. Because we did one similar where we're like, what would we have, like, our imposter us or someone else take over, and I was like dishes or whatever, But this is, what do we want someone to write for us? And we both pride ourselves on writing, so it's not like an easy thing just to hand off.
It's not. Probably anything that's like vain. I try not to be. I don't even try. I kind of stay away from vanity a bit as much as I can. I do think that someone will be able to write my successes much better than I would. I kind of always lean towards dumbing it down a little bit, right? So if someone asks, no, what have you done? I don't know. Shit, I've done some things.
Yeah.
Earlier today, we went off and had to name something, right? And I went off about me ghostwriting scripts when in actuality, I should have probably said something about me building a marketing company, right? But that's not like the first thing that comes to mind. I'm always trying, like, especially for me, because a lot of what I do is I want to try to help people.
Mm-hmm.
I think that success has always meant that you've reached a level in which you can now reach out and help someone else. For me, that's like always been my own definition of success. So I kind of always lean back onto that. So yeah, it would definitely be like any kind of vain or successful chapters in my life. I would have someone else write them.
I think for me, it definitely wouldn't be that because I want to make sure they get it right. I'm pretty great. No,
Hey, you know,
no, not
that's
that.
fair too.
The thing that came to mind, and the reason I wanted to specify is because I think maybe we could expand it too, but I think like specifically high school years, maybe middle school, maybe let's just take my years of youth. And maybe a bit of my 20s as well, where I don't want to write those stories out again. I don't want to have to document that. I don't want to have to take ownership of, why I was the way I was. So if I can avoid embarrassment or secondhand embarrassment from my own story, buddy, you go for it. You can write that story for me. You can come to me. I'll do the outline. I'll give you rewrites. But yeah, that's the thing that I think of.
I think I'm thinking about it a little bit different than you because I'm like,
as you should. That's what I'm saying. Different.
Yeah, it's a different stuff for different folks.
Yeah.
But foundationally, those are things I want to be
clear on,
just hands on because like my successes and the things that I've been writing. Who cares? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like they have less good in them for other people than the foundational things that make you you.
Yeah.
Does that make like your errors in life, your embarrassments in life, the things you learned from in life, those have way more learned lessons that you can teach someone else than
absolutely
the successes, right? And so I think that's also another reason why I don't really care so much for that. Because there's not much that I feel like I can learn more from it, and I don't think there's much to give from it, if that makes sense. Like it's great for motivation, but as someone who's been at the lowest low point in Earth, it doesn't really do much to see someone like I don't know at the height of their power. It might motivate you a little bit. It might be like, oh damn, they grinding. I want to grind, or how
you want to know how they got there.
But yes,
absolutely.
Ultimately, what really fucking grinds your gears are like how the fuck did they get there, and you realize the chasm between you guys. So yeah, definitely the how is way more.
I think the main reason, not because I don't want all the reasons I already said, whole not wanting to, but also it could be the ego of it. I want to see where that line gets written of them saying like, and that's why he became a loyal whatever, friend, partner, whatever you want to say, fill in the blank. Just because it'd be nice to not only see those moments as what I see them as, but someone the benefits.
Yeah.
That there's ones that I obviously can see why, but there's some things that it takes a second set of eyes that, even retelling stories to Rachel about my past or even friends, I'm just like, oh yeah. I forgot that that's how it played out, because in my head I had it played out completely different, or the reasons were X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
I get it.
Question number 4.
Number 4, rename the book using the wrong genre: romantic comedy, sports memoir, fantasy, or epic. What's the new title? Knives Out. a murder mystery.
Did you watch the new one?
I have not. I love Knives Out.
Oh, it's
though.
really good.
I've loved Knives Out. Have you
Very,
seen it already?
very. It's already out. It's on Netflix.
I'm so old, bro. I'm like, you went to the movies?
No, it's
You
through
had time
Netflix.
to go
Yeah,
to the-
no,
You had
it's a
time to go to the
Netflix
theater?
thing. Yeah, no, it's through Netflix. Yeah, right. I haven't been to the theater since that kid came. Nuh-uh.
Shit.
No,
I was about to
sir.
say, God damn, you and Rachel got away?
No, sir. Knives Out would be a great one. So, yeah, I don't know, man. This one. Do 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 do. And then there was one.
Ooh. I like that. Okay.
Thank you for the pressure, because that's what I was like.
Okay.
There was three, but then there was
There's
one.
one.
All right, I'll leave it at that. I'm happy
like
with
it.
that.
I
All
like
right,
that.
question number 5. What part of your life would you want your child to understand by watching you, not by hearing you explain it? You have an answer?
What part of my life would I want my child to understand by watching, not by hearing you explain it?
I had a great example
It's
growing up.
Go
My
ahead.
parents,
Yeah.
high school sweethearts, met when they were super young, everything. And so they set the bar pretty high for me.
Right.
And that is something I know I've talked to the point of nausea on this podcast about my wife, but that's literally what I hope my kid 100% Max sees the level of companionship with all of its attributes that I think are a necessity, not just a, what would be nice if we had, that we could trust each other at all times, that we could talk about this without getting into that, all these things, because I had the thought the other day, yeah, I'm gonna get mushy, but I just can't imagine not being with not having a life where your favorite love songs, stories, blah blah blah, you don't think of the person you're with.
Right.
Because I know that there are people out there that they hear that song and they aren't thinking about the person that they're with, and I'm just like, that is wild to me.
Yeah. Well, you just fucking ruined their days, whoever they are.
Yeah. Splitting everyone up from now.
Just fucking breaking people up straight.
Breaking people up.
But no, that's great. That's great. I like that.
Do better. Drop them.
I'm not gonna. I don't know.
No,
I'm
you
not
don't.
competing with that guy.
Yeah.
Probably just working hard at something. It can be a relationship. It can be work, like just going to work. It can parenting. It's always nice to be like, oh, you're a great dad. That would be great, right? Waiting on that. So
That's what I was like.
she's young.
They already said that to you?
They're young.
Damn.
So yeah, I think that for them to recognize hard work would be great, because if I don't have to explain it to them, then it's something that they themselves can deconstruct and then reconstruct for themselves, whatever that looks like for them, right? So if that's being a hard worker at school, at work, at their career, at their relationships, at being a great person, so just developing themselves, right? So not enough could be said about just working hard at something.
Yeah.
Being relentless. So I think that's it.
I think they're gonna have no problem seeing that with you. Hardest worker in the room every time.
I'm like, fuck this guy.
All right. That was our 5 hard questions. As always, that's our bread and butter. That's the meat of the episode. But what we like to do next is get even deeper. Pause.
Let's jump into the deep dive discussion.
I'm on back. Yeah.
So in this book, the tension comes from closeness rather than action. This is built through a shared history and a lot of shared silence between the characters. Ghostwriting acts as like leverage it does all. It's actually probably it's interesting because it's its own character.
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
Right? Like it's its own character. Um, she is a ghostwriter. Uh, there is a story that can only be written by someone else. Because had her dad, written the story himself, the reception would be different.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. A town that thinks that you murdered your siblings and got away with it.
Right.
Like 100%. And then went on for not only that, but then you became like a famed author.
Yeah, he was famous as fuck. Like
Yeah.
7 of his books end up becoming films.
Mm-hmm.
Like lived the rock star life.
Married your high school sweetheart.
Married your high
was
school
with her.
sweetheart.
Yeah.
Yep, all the things. He had
All
the
the
things.
things. Yeah, I think what I loved about this book, I know I already said the characters, but the relationships and Olivia, the main character, she is tiptoeing between wanting to know more, also being complete, like having this animosity towards her father.
That's all about this. So we have to get into
And
that.
because of that, it's
Yeah.
like she's biased on the outcome. It's a tug of war between, like a push and pull between, okay, I found this information out. Oh, maybe he's good. No, wait, no, he's a dick because X, Y, and Z. There's this other information, and it seemed that every time there was something that could be against him, that's what won for the moment. At least she was like, oh, I knew he was pulling it over my eyes. You know?
And it's just going back to what I said earlier about the whole unreliable narrator thing.
Yeah.
They use that and as like a base, but then it gets even deeper, right? Because then you start to learn more about Vince, her dad, and he's also his own unreliable narrator.
Absolutely.
Right? So like, as you're reading this book, it's important for you to know that the ups and downs that you're taking, it's a literary device,
Yeah.
right? Like the author wants you to think like similar and not the same as the narrator, who is Olivia, right?
Do we want to? I just realized because I wrote, the teasers and stuff. Why is Vincent an unreliable source?
For a lot of different reasons. So let me just. This is not a spoiler. Her dad.
No.
Sick.
He's sick.
Her dad is sick. He has Lewy body dementia, which is, as a reference, is what Robin Williams had. And it's not only is he losing control of his body, he's losing control of his mind. So he is literally an unreliable narrator.
Yeah.
But then also later on, as you read the book, you realize that that's just kind of who he is as a person. He likes trivia, he likes games, and he likes to help people find out things themselves. And so that's why I said earlier, unreliable narrator piece, you can take it as a big storyline piece. You can even get pretty granular with it. But I actually really enjoyed that about this book.
Me too.
Because it kind of keeps you on your toes. You're looking for all information and any information to piece things together. Like, oh yeah, this makes sense. Okay, yeah, this, because I went through about 3 different murderers before I came on.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? And so I knew like one of the murder, like one of the things that happened, I knew. But I was like halfway through the book
Okay.
before,
Which we will talk about in spoiler zone
Let's talk about
because there's another one that I want to talk about too.
Yeah. So I was like halfway through the book. I was talking to Naya about it, and I just said it off cuff, and she agreed after I explained all the stuff. But like, yeah, so it's great. It's a great book. Sticking with the deep dive and not getting to the spoilers. There's also really interesting characters. I think that that's one thing I don't want to look over. Even like the supporting characters that don't have a lot of like screen time, she does a great job at writing them. Like, so Tom, he's very vivid. Like, he's a full-fledged character. You understand his backstory, the reason why he hates being lied to, right?
I was gonna say honesty is key. You know that from the get.
Yep.
And right off the bat, she is hiding in the shadows.
Yep. Her best friend, Jake. Also very vivid character, because we all have like these childhood best friends that we grow apart, and we might reunite. Not everyone gets to reunite, but like
Not quite dead yet.
Not quite dead yet.
The homie.
Yep. So, who else? Her aunt and her uncle, Danny and Poppy.
Oh yeah.
Right, great characters. I love their character, how they're written. It's actually very cinematic. Like just the family piece is very cinematic.
This could be like a Wes Anderson. No, just kidding. It could be a Wes Anderson. That's what I was saying. Maybe David Fincher though.
David Fincher was something that he did. I'm always asking the good questions. The hard questions.
Mindhunters.
Okay.
Oh man, I'm so scared about the internet right now because I was about to name a couple others, and I was like, you know what? Here are all the movies that he's done.
Right there. That's the perfect way
Let's
to do it.
just be safe.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I'm already second guessing if I got the because there's Fincher and there's Fit. Yeah, there's yeah.
Okay. Well, it'll be sorted.
Yeah.
Um.
Got me sweating bullets now.
So yeah, the characters. If you had to relate to a character, who do you relate to the most out of all the characters?
Probably Jake.
State Farm is there. He's always there.
Yeah, he's always there.
He's good. He's a great friend.
Yeah.
And he was like a real friend too. Like he told her things that he knew she necessarily wasn't going to care about, but it was real to him.
Yeah.
And that's a good friend.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like that pick.
Oh, I was right. I was going to say 7 and I was right.
Oh shit.
So 7, Fight Club, Zodiac,
Shit.
Gone Girl, The Social Network.
Okay. What? I thought that was Aaron Sorkin. He wrote it.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Directed by.
Okay, guys. He's
so that's right.
Yeah.
That's the vein that we could
for
be
sure.
in.
100%. That would be awesome.
All right. Don't cancel me. I was right. I was just really worried about getting that wrong.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Because he has some big ones in there.
I was like, do I say?
So for me, a character that I really enjoyed,
Mr. Stewart.
fuck you. Fuck Mr. Stewart. But he did remind me of Dazed and Confused Matthew McConaughey's character. I don't know if
That's fair. That's fair.
Did he not like kind of get us those same vibes?
Yeah. I definitely was. Got more creepy vibes from the Get, just because you add a teacher into the aspect and like cause some of the things he was saying, and I was like.
So Matthew McConaughey wasn't written to be creepy because it was timely at that time.
But he is creepy. You watch that now.
But if you watch it, you're like, oh, what's this old guy hanging? Yeah, 100%.
Clear as day.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, like, there's never a. I do get, I guess, in the kids' eyes, for the kids that are in the movie, if this was a movie, would think that Mr. Stewart was cool.
It's the 70s.
There's no one who'd watch this film and be like, oh, Mr. Stewart's like. I don't think it's a. Yeah, it's a clear.
Which they talk about in this book, like the fact that this was the cool thing to do at that time.
Yeah,
he was
parties
a cool
at
teacher.
a teacher's house.
Yeah, it can never happen now.
Yeah,
fuck no.
So who's your second favorite?
Fuck you. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Shit. So I definitely like Jake, but I think that character that I connected with the most would probably be. I actually really like Poppy.
Yeah, I really like Poppy. Yeah.
She had a lot of spunk. She had a lot of character. She was trying to make her way. She was the only girl.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she had her mom, her dad, and two older brothers. Yeah. So it was really important to her to make her mark, a lasting mark. And so she wasn't just a woman. She was standing up for women's rights. Mm-hmm. She was
ahead of her
doing
time.
Film. She was. I loved her character and what she stood for. Mm-hmm. I thought she was a great character.
Yeah.
The book totally could have had her as the main character, and it wouldn't have lost any.
No, that's the crazy part about this is when we were starting this, I had our character list pulled up, or I was making it, and the only person we couldn't think of was Olivia's name.
Yeah.
Was the main characters, because everyone's so vivid. She's vivid as well, but in comparison, she takes you on such a great journey of all of her family, their close friends and everything, that for me, I think she gets lost in the mix, which is fine. It's good. She disappears in the fray.
Yeah, she's
as she should.
She's a summation of all the things around her,
Mm-hmm.
right? So Ojai, her uncle, her aunt, her father, her mother, Lydia, like she's a summation of all these situations and experiences. And she's writing. She's the writer. She's the she's the painter. You know. So yeah, I think that was written very well.
Yeah, guys. So if you enjoy thrillers, if you enjoy mysteries, if you want to, be on the edge of your seat the whole time, you got to check this book out.
Yeah, worthwhile.
Very, very worthwhile. So yeah, for those of you that have not read it, this is where we leave you because we're going to the spoiler zone.
Into the spoiler
and we
zone.
want to spoil this. So come back next week or fast forward.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll have some chapters in the captions or whatever it may be.
Can I start spoiling?
Let's go ahead and spoil.
How long did it take you to realize that Lydia killed somebody?
Mine was I didn't get it.
Me?
That was the 50%
Yes.
spot. Oh,
Yes.
good on you. I did not.
Yes.
I'm usually pretty good at it. It was not.
Man, and so I was talking. Me and Nye was like, she definitely killed somebody, and he's covering her for somebody.
her.
And it has to be her.
Yeah, because
Like,
who else is alive?
who else does he give a fuck about to keep it going for 50 years?
Yeah.
Right? So I knew that she had to be a part of the murders in some way, shape, and how 50% of the way through. Plus, she just wasn't a good person. And I'm like, why the fuck is the author writing the dad, not the author, you, Julia, but as in Olivia? Like, why is she, every chance she gets, she's shitting on the dad, and she's like, but every chance she gets, she'll give the mom a chance. And I'm like, the mom is the worst person in the book. She don't give a fuck about anyone. She left on her own accord. There's no rhyme or reason at that point in time. We didn't know why. And then even when you find out why, it's still like, bro, your decision making fucking sucks. Not just for yourself, but for the people around you.
Even when she meets her, and she said something like she's like, "Oh, I haven't talked to you," or I can't remember what it led to, but basically her mom coming out and saying like, "Oh yeah, your dad pays for all my stuff."
Bro, before that,
this day,
she was trying to close the door on her.
Yeah,
she almost closed the door on her own daughter. She hasn't seen her daughter in fucking years, and she wanted to close the door on her.
And by the way, I have this footage that will, alleviate all of your worries. And
I actually know all of this. Like, I let your dad get shit on for 50 years, and I had the proof. I hit the proof.
right here. Oh, did you want it? Sure, take it.
No problem. And she's unapologetic about being a bad mom or a not there mom, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah.
At least the dad tried. He tried before, during, and after.
I saw you.
Yeah, and that means something. Even, and this is also a spoiler. So there's a part in the book that comes up in a few times where Olivia, because her dad would do like treasure hunts with her, and so there was one where she ended up finding a dead hamster at the end of the treasure hunt, and she really wanted a hamster. She ended up finding a dead hamster. I think it was under the sink. It had 2 holes poked to the top. Not enough holes, so the hamster died. And she holds that shit to her dad.
Yeah, I thought that was
to this
from
day.
the get. I thought it was gonna be a laughing point.
Yeah,
and then he like goes off, and then, which I was like, oh, maybe this is where she's like, no, Dad, it wasn't your like, and she's like, everyone, you should have known it should have been more than 2 holes. I'm like, how old are you? She's sorry, your dad was trying to be a,
fun dad. Yeah, he's trying to do shit, and this is not like it wasn't her first or last treasure hunt with him.
No,
right? It's a thing. Him taking her and her friends out for ice cream is a thing. Like, he's not only there for her, he's there for her best friend.
Yeah,
who's
not in a weird way.
Not in a weird way. Because some weird shit happens in a book.
Yeah, but
in a way that her best friend's dad wouldn't even allow himself to be there for. Right. Yeah. So I think that there's a lot to unpack there. We don't have to go crazy on it, but there's a lot to unpack with her daddy issues and lack of mother issues, in which that totally should have been the issue.
Yeah.
And Lydia is an awful person.
Yeah. Lydia's a horrible person. Mr. Stewart is a creep.
Mr. Stewart
ends up still being a creep.
And he killed Poppy.
Yeah.
Which it really pissed me. It still pisses me off because.
Why? Yeah.
Why?
Freaking.
I'm glad Danny didn't kill Poppy though.
I'm glad he didn't kill Poppy, but I wish he would have killed Mr. Stewart.
I wish he would have killed Mr. Stewart.
Yeah.
And I wish that Lydia would have had more. Would have had the ability to peep the scene a little bit more instead of slitting Danny's throat.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I was referencing earlier. So, at one point, who is saying the story? I think it was Margaret. Was that the best friend? Margot was the best friend?
Well, Poppy's best friend.
Poppy's best friend. She was mentioning Mr. Stewart, and she said, "Oh, and his girlfriend was at the parties too. Her name was," and the names they chose to say were like,
They said a few of them.
I know,
Yeah.
but she was like, it was either, Amanda or Amelia or
Yeah.
something, but she couldn't specify. Yo, in that moment, I thought it was gonna be Alma. And that the twist was
Yeah.
that because the caretaker of Vincent is named Alma.
Yeah.
And I was like, what if this whole thing was like
That'd have been crazy. Bro, that'd have been
she's
crazy.
dosing him or like
that'd have been
doing stuff,
peak.
and
That'd have
that he
been
like
peak.
never like
Yeah.
they like never made the connection or whatever. And I was just
Almost
like,
always
oh,
straight.
this is where it is.
She's the only straight shooter.
Yeah.
She's the only straight shooter in the whole book. Everybody else you can't trust, but you can trust her.
But yeah, I don't know. Were there any ones that you were like, we need to say?
Just the killers, which we just covered. Mrs. Stewart goes to jail because the book comes out. She reconciles with her dad.
He dies.
He dies. It gets thrust into even more fame.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Guys, read the book.
Read the book.
Short read.
Super quick.
Great read though. Very memorable. Characters are fun to like live with. If you like murder, you like mystery, like crime, you like California. I love that it was based in California and it was very specific in terms of like how accurate she wanted to be in writing. So I thought that was really cool. Yeah, check it out, guys.
Check it out. Make sure it's by the correct author.
Please do. Please do, because this guy
Spotify.
was halfway through before he realized he was reading the wrong book.
Let me give fly. I might do jump on our socials and just do a post about the one that I'm currently reading, also called Ghostwriter by Alessandra Torre, narrated by Andrea Izzy Anthony, but also the Ghostwriter. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will be what kills me.
Giving a whole promo based on a whole other book. We're not even
This is
covering.
that book. You better remember to put that in.
We will.
That's what she said. Anyway.
Because he has fucking Alzheimer's.
Time to go.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming through.
Yeah,
Another
thank you.
episode. Fun episode. Fun read. Like fun and like if you like, you watch crime TV. You like watch court TV. You watch what the fuck?
You already said if they
Dateline?
like murders and
If I
stuff.
watch Dateline, you would like this book.
And go to therapy. There's that too.
All right, guys.
All right, we'll see you next week.